Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there have been a discussion going on social media how some of William Samoei Ruto CSS are living expensive life at expense of suffering Kenyans. You look on some of their dressing, the watch they wear, so much expensive. And we were told that we have some of these CSS who are now resorting to importing everything they put on their body. Anything they wear is imported, no made in Kenya completely. Remember, they are living high when Kenyans are suffering down here. And Kipchumba Murkomen was discussed so much in media. You check on the type of watch he's wearing. There was a time he was spotted with a Hublot watch, a watch worth 1 million Kenyan shillings. This was just immediately they took over power. At a time, he displayed 80,000 Kenyan shillings, Philip plain sneakers. We are told even his shirt, his tie is imported. Nothing from Kenya. Then the question was, how is this possible with their salary? Because you can't just spend the whole of your salary on dressing. It cannot be that way. But now, one of William Samoei Ruto's ally, a man elected on UDA ticket, is now coming out to reveal what we have always been questioning. I shared the video from the Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei. Cherargei has exposed a lot and is alleging that Kipchumba Murkomen got 100 million USD to offer contract to Chinese so that they can favor them and have contract. Remember, Kipchumba Murkomen is in charge of road and transport. That means construction iko kwa mikono yake. And you know, there's no any other project that takes more money than when it comes to doing the roads. So that ministry is so much lucrative. Cherargei is alleging that Kipchumba got 50 million Afro, US dollar, and is in offshore account in Dubai. This is UDA war. No one has talked about this in Azimio, but one of their own is coming out to reveal this. So I looked at that, and now I flashed back on when Kipchumba Murkomen had differences with Cherargei in a funeral. The only problem with Cherargei is that he said Kipchumba should give contracts to people of Nandi County in Nandi. So with that one, Kipchumba, he cleverly used it to play the tribal politics against Cherargei, because Cherargei even said it in Kalenjin dialect. And because he did not say give contract to Kenyans, Kipchumba was smart to use it against him. And to some level, Kipchumba won it, because Kipchumba said that we have given a contract to Kalenjin elsewhere within the country. So we cannot give them contract here in Nandi or in Rift Valley when our people have contracts outside. You see, it was making sense. But what Cherargei mean was that you are giving contract to Chinese. Jobs that can be done by Kalenjins. That means jobs that can be done by the Nandi people. So give jobs to Nandi people, but not those contractors. That was his point. But it was twisted to fit a narrative that defended Kipchumba Murkomen. But now, Cherargei has come out to expose Kipchumba. listen to him shortly. Then from here, we are going to continue with this discussion.
I want to assure my people of Nandi and the great people of Kenya, we shall continue speaking the truth and doing our oversight work without fear of anybody, including 10% from Chinese. You don't go and eat 10% of Chinese and come. So
now we are continuing with this particular discussion, but just a quick request. For those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, if Cherargei is coming out to tell us that Kipchumba Murkomen got a bribe in China to favor Chinese contractors in this country, who are we to doubt Cherargei's statement? The statement is from UDA, and not only UDA. The statement is coming from Rift Valley, Kalenjin exposing a Kalenjin. So who are we to doubt? And who are we to question that? We will believe it because this is a UDA affair and a Rift Valley affair and a Kalenjin affair. But his main problem is that as Kipchumba Murkomen is giving contracts to Chinese, Kalenjins are suffering. The Nandi residents who are contractors are missing to get contracts. That is what he's telling us. Now you look on the way Kipchumba is arguing. That means that even he managed to bribe the speaker in the Senate for him to have Cherargei out of the house. Of course, to some extent, Cherargei was so noisy and he had just to be kicked out. But he had a point. So this is how big William Ruto CSS are living. So tell me, first of all, how should these contracts be dished out? The truth is that before you go for an outsider contractor, you must start from Kenya here. There is a contract whereby those who are bidding for this contract, Kenyans, do not have the capacity to do that contract. And secondly, you go for the lowest bidder. But imagine he's talking about jobs that can be done by Kenyans. Tuko na contractors wa Kenya hapa wenye wako na uwezo hata wa kujenga barabara. Let's say you are building a highway. But how do you go and give Chinese such simple contract that Kenyans have ability to do? We have contractors here who can do this contract. You go ahead and give to Chinese. It's because they're getting bribes, a kickback, and it's because they want to over budget the very road. Then they end up compromising again the very same job, and we end up having a low quality infrastructures. So it is time for these people to enjoy, to celebrate. And now they have decided to expose each other. And this is the lie that this cabinet of William Ruto is living. Huyu ni Cherargei amesema haya maneno. Na kuna ukweli ndani ya hiyo maneno. Because then if you check how many contractors, Kenyan contractors have won some of the contracts from the time Ruto took over power. How many of them? Sasa ni wakati hao watu wanavuana nguo na uchi yao imeanza kuonekana wazi. Kipchumba should come clear and respond to this. He must tell us the truth in what Cherargei is talking about. But we will take Cherargei's position so much serious. And then the reality, it is time for these people to collect money. And that's why we said that when you welcome a handout, you are welcoming trouble. Especially when you dash it on the ballot that he gave me his money, so I have to vote for him. I should be faithful to this person. You end up making a wrong decision. And this is where we are. Because we embraced bribe and handouts. Now it is time for them to have their money back and milk us dry.